Last week, we learned how shifting the rhythm can bring a simple 2-chord progression to life, and that was just the beginning. This time, we're going to take that idea and turn it into a real fingerstyle story. The first thing we'll need is a chord. So let's pick that C major from last time. You might have guessed it's not really a C major, it's a bit of a broken chord. But we've used it in the past and it's just so beautiful. So we can call it G major, we can call it C major, it just depends on context. But roughly, because we're using the C major scale, let's call this a C major. The second chord that we're going to add a bit later is an A minor. We're not going to play it just now, because now we're practicing the rhythm. For the picking, we're only going to play the simple 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As simple as that, and you might notice it's quite robotic, it's quite boring, and that's when we apply the shifting the rhythm again. As I explained in the last video, what we can do to make this thing extra interesting is to shift the rhythm. And this time, we're going to shift the rhythm only on the first measure, creating a sense of asymmetry between the two measures. And it's gonna sound like this. Sounds cool already, right? There's a reason why I push so much on practicing individual skills at a time. It's because that's how learning is made. And I really encourage you to take it slow, practice the basics, and then you move on with something more. And once you feel ready, that's when you practice the full structure. And it sounds like this. And you know what's amazing with this kind of structure? Is that it's super easy to add a melody on top of it. The structure, the foundation, acts as the backstory, and then the forefront, the melody can take the lead. And now comes the most interesting part, because how do we make this melody happen? And that's where I get very excited, because there are so many ways of doing that. So, because I cannot show you all the ways, and I want you to start creating on your own, what I will do is just show you what I will do, and then you can pick up on that and create on your own. And this time, I will simply choose that last note on the picking pattern we choose, and I will take the freedom to change it every time we play it. So just take a look, you will understand. And as always, you know what's next. Just going out of boundaries, out of structure, and playing your heart. So, in the meantime, see you next week.